Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He the reason you see.
24 hours, and the charges range from racketeering to murder.
Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes is live in downtown L.A. Joins us now with some of the details. Rob.
Yeah, it sounds like the Crips have been crimped. The FBI announcing that they made a sweeping bust of the Rolling 60s Crips gang, but are still looking for its longtime leader. Now, here's some Air 7 video from earlier this morning showing some of the alleged gang members being processed in tents at the FBI's Los Angeles office. Search warrants executed at 6 different locations today. Hundreds of agents and officers arresting 10 people. In all, 19 have been indicted. 4 were already in custody, so at least 5 more arrests are expected. But the search is on for the man they say has been heading up the local Crips gang for decades, Eugene Henley Jr. Investigators say he's been painting himself as an entertainment executive who's been giving back to the community with various charities. But they say in reality, he's a violent criminal, the leader of the Crips with a long list of crimes on his resume.
Wow, guys, make sure you like, subscribe to the channel. Big U, man, just updating you on the fact that they still looking for him. And I got OG is on the West Coast. He can tell me a little more. I'm down here, but I'm trying to figure this out, man, because like I said, this guy's been looked up to, and a lot of people. He's helped a lot of kids. He's done some stuff that was good, but now you mix this in and it just taunts the whole legacy again. This is something that happened to our people quite often, but then also our people do stuff that they shouldn't be doing as well. So let's talk about it. OG, you there?
Yeah, man. I mean, all of this stuff is designed. A lot of this on these podcasts and these guys like Adam 12 and the No Jumpers, they be dry snitching and making allegations against people that's in the street that's doing things for their community and at times doing things to our community. So it's like when we do it, I say we as speaking as Black Americans, not as me. But when things happen with us, and next thing you know, we're criticized for it, and the element of big street gang member that was playing 2 sides of the fence, but we don't say about a sitting president that got 34 counts. How many people did they kill? How many lives was lost and destroyed on a 34 count indictment? So we can always, easy for us to loaf, we got to do better. How are we going to do better if we don't know better?
No, I get it, OG, but when we come out here and, we trying to switch this thing up, it's not easy because a lot of the old friends still either in the game or related to you, and you trying to figure out how not to be a part of what's going on that's all the way around you. And then influence, they calling Big U a leader of the 60s, the rolling 60s, and that he's been leading, but he's also been mishandling the things according to these guys that he's been, dealing with. Now, I know he did some stuff for Little League football, some toy drives, a whole bunch of different things. But again, once you get on the bad side, all that goes out the window.
Out the window. We think about everything bad we've done and never look at the good part, and we're never forgiven. And that's the thing about being anointed a leader. That's one of the qualifications I can say about Compton, California. PIRUs have never been indicted because there's no known leader. Ain't nobody saying that they lead no PIRUs in the city of Compton. When you get all of getting these labels, I led and founded the 60 Crips, or I did this for this Crip and I did that. Then you libel yourself for a RICO.
Wow. So you
get busted. We haven't had it. We had one indictment in 1991 out of Fruitown that led to a RICO. Comprised of a family out there, but we don't get RICOs in Compton, California. People got enough sense to not try to claim no leader, So with those titles come all the experiences that Mr. Headley is being up under now, head of a drug conspiracy, fraud. They're giving him all, and white America stacked charges against black folks.
Wow. No, somebody calling that to call back, but it's just like, OG, man, it's crazy, but we're doing the best we can to try not to go back into recidivism and back into the stuff that we've evolved past. But there is times where situations occur in front of you that you like, man, I'm not riding with that, and it's just tough because you still want to do the good things, but then the bad things and the way things are in front of you, sometimes how you're looking over at the bad things.
But sometimes you think something's good, like, oh, I'm going to be a community activist. I think I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And then when they find out that you're not going to bend over backwards or you're not a team player, then they start making all these accusations. People like, oh, he's on grid, he doing this on grid and all this. Well, how you know you on grid too? The people that testified that Big Hugh was on grid and he took this from Nipsey Hussle and he did this and did that, the same ones that was doing all this barking, what you call closet snitching, they was dry snitching. They was on these media platforms indicting this man for the last 3 years.
So when they say podcast, because I never had Brick Baby or Loose Cannon on my show, and I've had people to come on and say things, and when they did, I wouldn't put it up because I knew they had stuff going on that could cause them to get locked up. I've had situations where I didn't even put the show out. I didn't want to be a part of it. I didn't want to be dealt with. I've never been contacted by anybody. But when this guy said this, when he was standing up making the speech about arresting him, he made a point to say podcast. He made a point to say we've been looking at the podcast. Do you think it's because of the fact of Brick Baby and them being a part of No Jumper, or the Vlad shows, or all of the, because they made mention of it for a reason.
Yeah, all across. You should know that all of the stuff that is being said is being monitored by the feds, the marshals, Interpol. All of you get on there and talk about the fades you took and the things you did. I was listening to some little guy the other day. He was on, I think, Cam Capone, talking about he took 20 fades at one time. How? You can't take 20 fades in a week. You smoking weed and drinking, and they get on there and get the lying and then testifying on some stuff that really did happen. So we talk ourselves into this type of stuff, speaking on crimes and speaking on crimes that other people committed.
Well, there's been a lot said. Like I said, all type of people. Like I said, I just and no smoke or shade to nobody, but I'm looking at the shows that are on the West Coast because they're saying, and it could be on the East Coast, it could be anywhere, but more so probably but West Coast would be where it would be because that's where they're working and they're looking and they know the names and it's more precise in the areas where one resides. If I'm talking about something in the South, I'm gonna talk about the things I know. But when you hear it come from the West Coast and the way that those guys lay out their shows, you got your Vlads, you got your No Jumpers, you got Cam Capone, you got, who else you got out there? You got a bunch of them. It's a bunch. Those are the huge ones. And like I said, and I rock with Cam Capone News, no cap. I see him and I know you don't, but at the end of the day, he just posted y'all the other day. So at the end of the day,
without my permission,
but the thing you gotta understand, OG, is when they look at these, they looking and they dissecting what one say, who said what was where and who was with, and they put it all together. And I guess they're gonna bring these guys up on these charges and because he mentioned podcasts and entertainment stuff, rap. he's getting, they're billing, he's speaking, but he's speaking on the cases and the stuff that he's been investigating, I'm pretty sure.
They go back and get all of those old podcasts on who said what and when they said it. So that's just like Jimmy the Cricket. He got the word from the feds the other day. He got the word like, man, look, we're getting ready to indict all the 60.
Wait a minute, OG, you saying you so,
he got the word. Just
WACK.
Like they
I seen WACK been catching hell. They got him in all kind of police suits and WACK. They got him in called.
I ain't on him today. I'm on Jimmy the Cricket.
Oh, okay. Well, you know, yeah. This is but y'all got your own problems out there. Y'all got your own West Coast problems out there.
He jumped up and said, F everybody, and started making Crip signs. He didn't do that 2 weeks ago. But when he knew that Big U was on the run, oh, man, he got to prophesizing. And like, how did he know?
Well, if you think you think that's something, wait until now. It's supposed to be crazy on the internet because people are going to start talking a little bit more. You're going to find out who was with who. Because like I said, some of these guys were supposed to be partners. And now one's locked up and the other one's outside. And they've been talking on the phone together. It go back to what I said about if you're on the phone with somebody and they get in trouble. And how are you not in trouble? Y'all all on the phones together.
We all on the phone.
I'm on the phone with you right now. If something happened with you and they say, hey, I'm like, what? How I get in that? Well, I know I've been talking to you.
In the feds is 5 years for phone conversation.
Yeah, so
talking about you got that, yeah, where that chicken at? All of those things are operative words that will get you indicted. So
wow.
These dudes know what they're doing.
So you said though a long time ago, you said if you say it on the phone, be ready to say it in court if that's what it takes.
I learned that from Texas. Richard Cobb out of Houston, Texas, told me never say nothing on the phone that you cannot say in court because all phone calls are listened to and they're recorded. That was in 1979. This is 2025.
Wow, man. Hey guys, I'm not, like I said, the update is they've been hitting specific homes. They hadn't picked up Big U yet. Not that I've heard. But man, like it's crazy out there right now. They're looking. They talked about the tents. They hit his grandmama house.
They hit the grandmama house. They didn't bid all his relatives. They didn't had everybody worried this morning.
They got tents out downtown where I see it on the news thing here where they got tents out there where the feds talking to everybody, arresting them, bringing them tents over there.
Yes, sir. Yes,
man.
Sir. It's getting busy.
Man, thank you, OG, for calling in, man. Like I said, be careful out there, man. And, man, association bring about assimilation. Oh, you coming to Texas?
I'm coming to Texas. Well, shoot, all I got to worry about is Jimmy the Cricket.
Hey, man. Man, hey, get in the comments, guys. Let us know if you see anything or if you understand anything to be different or something going on because like I said, Big U, from what we're hearing, he's still not, I'm seeing he's not been arrested or anything like that. They got Loose Cannon, they got Brick Baby, they got others. They showing pictures all over the internet. And hey, man, make sure you guys let us know what you think about Boss Talk 101 reviews.
Yeah, we on Boss Talk TV. Shout out to E. He, the reason you see me.